This is the 5 Tech Things You Should Know About episode 51 for August 13th, 2010. Brought to you by Mosey.com. Hey everybody, welcome to the 5 Tech Things You Should Know About TV-azine with Association of Geekazine, and brought to you over on VodPod, brought to you over on Blip.tv, brought to you over on the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech and it's video, then it's right here. So you can check us out on all those really cool places. You can also check me out on Geekazine and get the RSS feed delivered to your inbox. We're going to start a new newsletter very, very soon for the 5 Tech Things, so feel free to sign up there. And of course, you know, folks, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to Blog World New Media Expo. If you're a blogger, if you're a podcaster, you need to be there. You need to be learning about your trade in the blogging field, in the podcasting field, in the videocasting field. And you might learn some really cool stuff. You'll be able to network with a lot of cool people and do a lot of sweet little things. Last year was a blast. This year's going to be even more of a blast. It's a couple months away, so there's still time to get your tickets, get your plane tickets, get your hotel tickets over at the Mandalay Bay, October 14th through the 16th, and you can even meet me over at Blog World New Media Expo. Hey folks, it's Your Life Online. I'm going to give you that code GEEK, G-E-E-K. It's going to save you 10% off that already low price. I'll tell you about that in a second. But Mosey.com, back up now, back up often, back up off-site. Especially in this time where we're having major floods, where we're having heat waves. Heat can really damage a hard drive. And we've got a 90-degree, 100-degree day out there right now. You could lose all your pictures, all your data, everything, your whole life. Back up now, back up often, and back up off-site with Mosey.com. Mosey Home Unlimited, $4.95 a month. It's the price of a hard drive per year. It's less than insurance. And it is insurance for your documents that nobody can recover except for you. Use that code GEEK, and that saves an additional 10% off. So back up now, back up often, and back up off-site with Mosey.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is time. It is that time again. School time. School's back for the winter. Unless you live in Hawaii, then it really doesn't matter because you got school year-round. But you've probably already taken your kids to get registered. It's probably next week or the week after you got to take your kids to school for the first time, so they're going to have to wake up, oh, I need to go to school, get my lunch ready. It's going to happen. Well, there's some things that we want to talk about. We're going to talk about them in the next couple weeks here. First of all, education is very important, especially if your kids are going to be accessing the internet for the first time in their lives, especially if you're giving your kid a cell phone for the first time in their lives to connect back to you. Be educating them on those devices, especially if those cell phones are smartphones, are very important. Parental locks are good, parental controls are good, but they can be circumvented and they can easily be bypassed. And so just teach your kids a little bit about this. Anyway, enough about that. I'm not here to harp on you. I'm here to talk about cool tech, and let's do a couple cool tech things. This week we're going to be talking about this little puppy right here. It's called the Book Boa Bag, B-O-O-K, B-O-A bag. And it is this really cool bag that opens up so you can put all your stuff in, so you can close it. It's got high-performance YKK nylon zippers. It's got the soft Nylex lining, the air mesh back padding to allow heat to escape, and it's got an ergonomic design to it, the shoulder strap design, so you're not hurting your shoulders. The zippers open the bag up so you can put in your items. 15 to 17-inch MacBook laptop or a 13 to 15-inch PC laptop will fit in there nicely. Of course, you open it up, it zippers, it closes up. It's really cool. You'll find all the cool stuff in there. And all you have to do is go to bookbags, bookbags.com, and you can get all that over there. All right, let's talk about this really cool application. It's called Shopkick. It's not out just yet, but it'll be out on iPhone very soon. It'll be out on Android a little bit later in the year. It is a great way for you to save money. Just by walking into a store, you activate the application and it'll tell you where the specials are, what the deals are. Best Buy and Macy's are going to be the first people to implement it. There's a lot more companies that are getting into it. A couple shopping malls, too. Read all about it over on the web. We'll put up a link for you on Shopkick. But if you've got an iPhone, you might want to watch out for this application when it comes out. Looks pretty cool, and it could save you a lot of money. All right, folks, remember about a year ago we started talking about how we're not up to speed on broadband speeds, and they said that they'd do something about it. Well, here we are a little bit later, and everything's just not going in any direction, just kind of being stagnant right now. Well, you know, the broadband regulations, people are starting to say, let's get back on this bandwagon, let's not forget this. There are local states that are doing it. And for example, here in Wisconsin, they put together a $65 million bill to get broadband out to rural areas. 30,000 people, 1,300 businesses that could really use this in many different ways to get it out to the farmers, to get it out to the people just in areas that don't have regular broadband. I have a friend who lives out on a farm. He's got dial-up and dial-up only, and sometimes it's not that great. He can't get my content. Anyway, this is a pretty cool thing. I back this totally. I'm glad Wisconsin's taking a proactive measure on getting everybody connected to the internet, because this is important. Are you Netflix? Are you Blockbuster? Are you Redbox? You're either one of the three if you rent out movies at all. All three of them are coming out with brand new options and brand new ideas. We're going to start with Netflix. Netflix is signed with a company called Epix. Now, they distribute Lionsgate, they distribute MGM, and they distribute Paramount movies. So you'll be able to get movies streaming onto your system, which means more movies that you can watch instantly. Now, there's still that 90-day window, and that hasn't changed. That means once a movie comes out to DVD, it takes 90 days before you can stream it. So you still won't have that option, but you'll get a lot more content. I just watched Men Who Stare at Goats, which just came on the watch instantly. It was a pretty decent movie, I thought so. Interesting stuff. They're going to start roll this all out around September 1st, so we'll be watching on that. Netflix has really stepped up their game. Blockbuster has also stepped up their game a little bit by offering 30,000 game titles for your PS3, PS2, Xbox 360, and Nintendo. So that'll be pretty cool for the Blockbuster, although they don't have as much in the online space as Netflix does. Maybe they're going to start stepping up their game. Probably one of the reasons why Blockbuster hasn't been on the online is because they've had a lot of legal issues, a lot of fights with Netflix over patents, and trying to figure out where they're going to stand with that. But Blockbuster really needs to step up their game online to keep in the game. And of course we have Redbox, which is now going to start competing with Blockbuster and competing with Netflix with online movie rentals and the kiosks that you're going to find at your grocery store. So I pose to you this question. Are you a Blockbuster fan? Are you a Netflix fan? Or are you a Redbox fan? All right, folks, you might be seeing this little chart out on the internet today. What is this? Well, an internet dating site called OkCupid had decided, hey, we've got a whole bunch of data from asking all our readers, all our subscribers, so why don't we just use all this data and put it out on the internet and make some noise? Which is what they did. They basically asked all their subscribers what kind of phone they had, and then they asked them how many sexual partners they had, and then they took those two pieces of data and they put it together and they created this little chart right here. What does it say? It's saying that if you own an Android, and you're male, you'll have 6, or female for that matter, you'll have about 6 sexual partners. But if you own an iPhone and you're about 30 and you're male, you'll have about 10 sexual partners. If you're female and own an iPhone and about 30, you'll have 12 sexual partners. Now, whether that data is true or not, I don't know. It really doesn't go through a whole group of people. It just goes through single people looking to date, or whatever OkCupid does. It might be like onlinebootycall.com. I don't know. I've never been to the site myself. But it doesn't even ask married people that own iPhones what this data is like. Hopefully the married people will say, I only have one sexual partner, but you never know. This data, a little bit skewed. OkCupid, you got people's attention. Good job on that. But let's get a real study here. They did get about 9,000 surveys back that gave us this data. But let's get a real survey across the board 10,000 people and find out which smartphone, how many sexual partners, and then we'll be a little bit more concerned about this data. I'll let you know if that does happen. And that's the 5 tech things you should know about. You like the little changes that I did in the Geek Bar? Maybe you didn't notice, but take a quick look. Thanks a lot for coming over. We're going to be here every single Thursday. We might have a small little schedule change because I'm going out to Nashville next week for a couple days. Going to have to change the podcast, going to probably change the show by a day. So we'll get it all to you as quick as possible. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Go over to www.geekazine.com for all your needs and the 5 tech things that you should know about. Until next week, take care.